Well, welcome back, everybody. Good to see you guys. I am officially in the new studio. It is so weird. I ran 2 Friday games, and they both had battle cams, and it was so much easier. It was a real thrill. So I know we've been off for a while, but that's okay. That's why we take notes. So I may take us back a wee bit to get us caught up because there were a couple interesting things that happened before the team made their way down into the fighting pits. First of all, Gelmir had miraculously recovered from his curse with just a short and kind of curt explanation of some new tattoos on his form that were kind of used as part of the ceremony. Meanwhile, the rest of the team spent the time doing some shopping as well. We also had an opportunity to meet the entire kind of, I guess from a corporate perspective, the senior staff of Xanathar's guild, including Xanathar himself, as Tyr was able to perform, earn some gold, and pay the way through over at the inn. And all this culminating in the final decision to head towards the underground fighting pits and to participate in these fights. Here, some gambling was done, some wagers were made, and it would seem that Alexander has been pitted against a blind monk, a rather infamous blind monk. And by the way, just for reminders, I believe Alexander is also currently unarmed as well. As it's expected to be hand-to-hand combat within the fighting pit as well. So, but Wintrude had snuck up to the balcony area and discovered that the halfling that was pretending to be the guard of the entrance point to the underground fighting pits is actually the leader, the one who runs it, and made that discovery at the last minute. Gelmir had decided to wreak havoc and chaos and managed to unchain the giant ape within the pens to did we ever actually learn why you did it, or did you just choose to do it?
They kind of told me I could, and since I got permission to do it, it felt right.
While Tyr and Rahi are up in the stands to root on Alexander's fight, Wintrude is at the tail end of her invisibility up on the main platform. Meanwhile, Gelmir just pulled out the pin of one of the shackles holding the ape inside the pen, and I believe that's where we last left off.
He did get out because I took some damage.
Oh yeah, he had broken out. He tore through the chains, tore through the gate to get out of the pen he was in, and is now tearing through the black market area on the outside. So, because there's a lot going on, let's go ahead and roll for initiative, and we're gonna see what happens now.
Does that mean all of us?
Yes, everybody, go ahead and roll for initiative.
Got
12.
Can you remind me what that poison effect I have does?
Which one?
Because I drank Rahi's poison.
Oh yeah, I believe.
You're cursed.
I believe. Wait a minute, that was
Diseased or something.
Yes, you're diseased. That's right. You're currently diseased. That's what that effect was. Good memory, Tyr.
That was, dude. Oh my god. I think that was one of those times where I was crying, laughing the whole time of just the succession of Gelmir actions was just disastrously hilarious.
It was
so bad.
All right, what do we have?
And don't forget, I was thinking about this earlier before I signed on for the session. Gelmir with an extra R. That really dynamic change in his character.
He's been reborn.
Gromir.
Alexander, what is your dex?
2 + 2.
+2. What's your dex, Gelmir?
+4.
Okay. Easy enough. I guess there. All right.
I kind of feel better going at the end. assist.
So with that in mind, let's see here.
It's the debate between brackets or parentheses, and parentheses are winning, but I refuse to change.
Well, in true Gilmere fashion, I'll have to sow a little chaos here. And just do,
So Rahi, from your vantage point, because we got Rahi coming up first, and then actually no. What's going to happen first is the lair action is going to happen first, which is going to be the giant ape. So with that, the giant
This
ape.
is cool.
Giant ape has gotten out, Gilmere. You managed to persuade it and kind of like goad it into almost like being your buddy because you let it out. And so it gets out and it begins to rampage towards the black market. That's where it's heading. However, it also damaged the other holding pens.
Oh God.
So
There we go.
coming out are a pair of bears. I locked that. Why do you do that to me? That's rude. That's rude. Oh, maybe I didn't lock it. So here, a pair of bears come running out. A large alligator comes running out. More importantly, pack of hyena come running out.
Oh, damn. Noah's Ark in this fucking cage.
Well, I mean, he just inadvertently let out all the creatures that are used for entertainment purposes. And then a pack of wolves.
Oh shit.
I was
Then
not
I-
previously let him out, so this works.
Does Alexander know of what's going on in this? Because he's already
No,
in
because
the
you're
fighting
down in the
pit?
main. You're down in the
Right.
main pit, about to take on the blind monk.
Right, that's what I thought.
So at this point, the lair action, Gelmir, is the pins are emptying out around you, and the large ape has decided to make its way into the black market area, and people notice it and begin screaming at the same time. However, Rahi, what is your passive perception?
9, I think.
9? As far as you're concerned, you have no idea what's going on other than the cheering crowd. And from your vantage point, you can see Alexander and the blind monk kind of beginning to square off. Tyr is right to your left. You can see the stands and the whole area kind of like filled with people and onlookers. You do notice some of the guards up in the main viewing platform up to your left. But so far, nothing overtly suspicious. Now, you do know somewhere off to your left is Wintrude, who originally stated that she was going to sneak in to that, kind of like into that cloistered kind of secretive like little area that she remembered seeing that the possible leader of this organization being within. What would you like to do, Rahi?
I'm going to keep an eye on where I know Wintrude is lurking about.
Okay.
If things start to get ugly up there.
Do you want to go up higher?
Yeah, basically be close enough to intervene if things go south there.
Yeah, because from this vantage point, you can see the stairs that she took to get up here. You just can't see her because she is currently invisible, I think.
Mhm.
I think her invisibility is close to wearing off because you did greater invisibility, right, Wintrude?
Yeah, it was a scroll of greater invisibility.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are still invisible. That's just your move. If you want, you can use your action to move again if you'd like to. Is that your phone, Chris?
Greatest ringtone.
Yeah, I know, right? That is that like a pixelated droid? Is that what that was?
Yeah, it's like a Tetris Mario mix. We watched the 2 movies, Tetris and Mario, and he's like, "Okay, I got it. I know exactly what I need now."
So that was just your move, Rahi. Do you want to use your action to move again, or what do you want to do?
I just want to focus on keeping an eye around our target, or at least our supposed target.
I will
given
say
that I
because
haven't
you
been
move up to this
informed.
part. I will say because you move up to this part of the grandstand, you're now watching this huge ape begin to like just wade into the black market stalls down below, as well as you can see animals pouring out of the holding pens, and they're kind of like just kind of hidden away against the bars of the pen. You can still see Gelmir just looking frantically around as the animals are now pouring out onto the compound.
Fuck it. If he gets eaten, I get his stuff.
There you go.
So I'll finish Rahi's turn. Gelmir, you are up with Alexander on deck.
All right. So, do you remember what the conditions were of this disease? Because I don't.
Yeah, I think it was disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay. All right. So what I'd like to do is I basically just want to try and corral these animals to at least be non-hostile towards me, if not friendly towards me, just like the ape was.
Okay.
So I'll use my action to try and do an animal handling. It's gonna be,
Yeah, okay. Give me just out of curiosity, give me persuasion for starters.
this is disadvantage, right?
Yeah, because it's an ability check.
That is a 3.
Now give me animal handling.
That's a 7.
7. So as you turn to address the very first of the animals as best you can, it looks at you like you're just bacon on the hoof, and it just immediately uses its reaction to come into base with you.
So so Gelmir's just looking at these creatures come out, and he's just like, "Be free, you beautiful." Oh, this is not gonna work out well for me.
And the lion just reacts and scurries right into base with you.
So I'm just gonna turn into gaseous form, and then I want to
Okay.
move. I want to move, 35 feet in the other direction.
Okay. I'll put you over here. And it won't trigger an attack of opportunity because he uses reaction to get into base with you. So you're now behind the giant ape, and this alligator just watched you turn into this cloud, this mist. And is actually kind of confused by it. Doesn't really know what to do.
And then for a bonus action, I'm just gonna go ahead and summon Gribbets in the middle of the market, just to also cause chaos.
Okay. Oh my god, that's great.
And that'll do everything.
You should have rode the ape.
Oh, that would have been great. I'll have to get to him next turn and do it.
Oh my god. Oh, what have I done? And Gribbets is back as well, and you're going to use your bonus action was to bring Gribbets in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Gribbets is now back in. That would take us over to the pits and down into Alexander and the blind monk. So Alexander, you and the blind monk are going to operate simultaneously because her dex modifier and her initiative roll was a 12 as well, which seems strange. But currently, the two of you are facing off of each other, but she's kind of standing there very patiently. She's got her arms down, and you notice that she's already kind of in this stance where she's facing off against you. You're up. What would you like to do?
So initially I will, let me see. So, kind of, a little bit, sort of
confused and intrigued by the fact that this is a blind individual, I will initially sort of prepare a more of a reaction defensive stance and try to intercept any sort of attack that's coming and dodge and react to it.
Okay.
You should have snuck.
So you're almost like holding your action to see what she does and then react
exactly.
to it. Yeah. Do you want to move at all, or do you want to stay distant from her?
I want to stay distant, and also just quiet because it's a blind individual.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just waiting to see how it initially moves to see if I can get a read on it.
Okay. With that, she immediately launches herself at you. And she does it so fast, she's almost like a blur when she does it. You watch as her hands come up in a strange motion and pattern, and palms out, she's looking to strike you square in the middle of the sternum. And because you've held your action and you're watching this hand movement come towards you, do you want to react to it?
Yeah, so I immediately try to, is it the right hand or the left hand?
It's the right hand that's coming at you.
Okay, so I immediately try to go to the to her right, my left, and kind of left sway, blocking the hand, and I go with my left hand to strike her in the face.
All right, go ahead. Give me a acrobatics or athletics check as you go to block her.
Okay. 11.
11. As you block her and then strike out, she moves her hand away at the last moment, and you two kind of strike each other at the same time. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay, and then don't I get advantage on rolling to hit? Something with the what was that?
Do you have an effect
Hand
in
wraps.
place?
Throw the
Oh,
hand
that's right.
wraps.
You have the hand wraps.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was trying to see if I had it on my sheet somewhere, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna roll to hit. I just roll. What do I roll to hit? Just dex, or just strength?
It's unarmed strike. So just roll. There should be on your character
Got
sheet.
it. Okay, yeah.
The unarmed strike.
Okay, so 20.
20 will just hit as you glance off her forearm and then strike her like right in the midriff. And you can feel it strike. Is it set damage, or does it tell you to roll for damage?
I think it's set damage, but do the wraps give me a +1, or is it just set? I can't. Now I'm trying to figure that out.
So I posted in the chat there the notes I took from when Jason, you were explaining when he was shopping in the market.
Okay, yeah. So the belt gives me 1 AC, oil slipperiness, which I have, and then hand wraps give me advantage. Yeah, so I think it's just 2 damage.
Okay. And I would say, for the purposes of this combat, do you have a strength modifier?
I have a modifier to hit, which is +5.
What's your damage? Well, what's your strength modifier?
Oh, strength modifier is 1.
1. So let's say you do 3 points of unarmed damage to her. Just kind of like strike her in midriff. You then kind of feel her slip around and go to open palm into your sternum with a 22.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. That's going to be 6 points of force damage as you feel it strike you, and you kind of feel your sternum kind of collapse in slightly. Go ahead and give me a con save, please.
All right. 7.
7. You immediately feel your body go rigid. There's like a distinct kind of like resonant kind of vibration through your chest and up into your head as you are currently stunned by the open palm strike. And
I think at this time too, I'm probably hearing the audience scream, and I'm thinking this is a weird way of cheering on a fight.
Yeah. So that tier, Wintrude, you are up. currently you're invisible and you're looking into the interior of the building, and here you can see. Come on, there we go. Oops. Here you can see the bodyguards and the halfling inside the interior. They're beginning to react to the sounds that they're hearing outside, as well as the guards up on the viewing platform. And you can now hear, because I know your passive is decent enough. Yeah. You can hear that Gelmir's chaos has kicked off.
Yes, the plan. He did exactly what he needed to. I'm gonna be at the corner and tilt my head in, and then what I want to do is cast the Cause Fear on Flavius. It's Flavius, right? Did I type it out correct? So I want to. I don't know how it's gonna work. We're gonna see, because I know casting will break the invisibility, correct?
Not greater invisibility.
Not greater. No, the trick with greater is on a shorter timer, which is why you move so quickly to get into position. So with greater invisibility, you can attack. There's lots of different things you can do. You just on a shorter timer.
So I am going to cast Cause Fear, and so I'm going to whisper. Well, loud enough at a whisper, but
what's save on that?
Flavius, your life is now forfeit. It's Wisdom 15. Okay. Is the DC.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 9. So with that, he's immediately gonna use his reaction to panic. And he comes running out of the room, and the guards look confused as to why he's panicked. And he comes running out, goes right by you, like he's heading for the stairs. Anything else you want to do?
I want to hang on a second. What are my actions? Bonus stir. I want to make an insight check against him to see if I can use sneak attack if I need to, when it comes down to fighting or attacking him with my martial weapons.
So you're trying to get a feel for his skills?
Yeah, so that's the investigative rogue actions is called insightful fighting.
Yeah, go for it.
So it lets me use my sneak attack against him if there's no other circumstances giving me that advantage.
Okay.
Crap.
And would that mean you'd strike at him as he comes by you?
If I succeed, I can use my sneak attack against the target, even if you don't have advantage on the attack roll. So I'm just setting this up for like the next minute.
Gotcha.
If you don't, yeah. So that's a 14 against any sort of deception or anything else you'd roll for him.
Well, he is under the fear effect, so it's not. Oh no, that's not gonna do it. So it happens at the moment he comes running out and runs past you. He is carrying a dagger, and a short sword. He's wearing the equipment of someone who'd be like from roguish behavior, but there's something hanging around his neck that seemed way like too fancy and kind of like possibly a magic item of sorts.
Okay.
This guy could just be a con artist. Like, he doesn't look like the type that fights. He doesn't look like the type that gets into any kind of like physical altercations. Mm-hmm. You can hear from the inside, "Boss, where you going, boss? Come back! What's going on?" And like they're confused as to why he's running. This guy does not strike you as the fighting type.
Okay, got it. I'm going to just follow from a distance, whatever my movement is, to keep about 10 feet behind him.
Okay. Which will pretty much just keep you nearby as you just kind of stay behind him.
Got it.
That'll finish your turn. The bad guys are now up. Does he get another wisdom save, or is it just that one round?
So The frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
At the end. So it's going to be still fear. He's still going to be panicked. He's going to use his move and his action to go down the stairs to get away from the voice that just told him that he's about to fucking die.
Wait.
Of course, as he comes down into the black market at the end of his move and action, he's going to see the animals now pouring into the black market area. And, I mean...
perfect pincer movement.
The end of his turn. He is still terrified, as he is still under the effect. Now, are you concentrating on that ability?
It is a concentration spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that point, you watch as 3 of his guards come running out, trying to figure out where he went.
Good.
You watch as the 2 kind of like mercenary-style hired hands use both their move and their actions to head towards the stairs. And then the Goliath stops at the top of the stairs. He kind of like looks over, right, up at the viewing station, yells at the other guards about what just happened, and they immediately react by running down towards him to figure out what's going on. So the viewing platform is now no longer guarded, as all the Goliath bodyguards and mercenary guards have decided to head down towards where they just got alerted and warned by what was going on. And that will pretty much finish their turn. Tyr, you're up. Rahi has moved to the rear of the viewing platform. You're still staring down where you can see Alexander has decided to continue the fight. Now, as far as you're concerned, Tyr, Rahi didn't say anything to you. So all the yelling and screaming just feels like the crowd going crazy, which is part of the reaction. Those that are looking down at the fights are cheering for the monk that just, struck into Alexander's midriff, causing him to go rigid from the strike. And they're all looking down. Rahi's up at the top looking down, and you're not really sure what she's staring at. So as far as you know, the crowd's just going, crazy over the fact that the fights, the pit fight's going on. What would you like to do with your turn?
Could I not see nothing for the? I couldn't hear any of the guards yelling like the ruckus running.
Well, you've got a pretty good passive perception. What's your passive?
21.
21. You definitely hear some kind of yelling coming from the other side of the viewing platform, and it sounds like people being alerted to some kind of threat. So yeah, you pick up on that.
Okay. And then how far away is Alexander?
He's about 100 feet away, down in the pit.
Okay. I'll use my action to dash, and I want to try and run towards the stairs where the VIP section was. See if I can catch up to the guards.
What's your total movement?
With the dash 60.
Okay, 5, 10.
If at any point I'm close enough to do Bardic Inspiration, I want to throw one to Alex. With
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Yeah, as you get through the halfway point here at 30 feet, you look down and realize he's finally in range.
All
so
right.
We'll see. Feel free to yell out whatever you want. So, Alex, you now have Bardic Inspiration. As you're like stunned and you look to see Tyr like just sprinting.
Come on,
towards...
he's fucking blind!
And that will put you right here, Tyr, as you see the back of the Goliath, and you can now hear the crowds down in the black market panicking, and like the yelling is coming up from that area as well. But it sounds different than the crowds that are watching the fight.
I like how Tyr's Bardic Inspiration still is like a backhanded, it's like a critique skill. It's like, come on, you idiot, he's blind! Jesus. Inspiring?
All right.
It's Bardic peer pressure.
Yeah.
So that's your
Bardic
move,
pressure.
your action, and your bonus action. That'll take us to the top of the round, second round, which now I'm going to go for the lair action again. So I'm gonna start. You're still gaseous form, right, Gelmir?
Yep.
Does that last up to how long?
I think it's an hour.
Yeah. So now that you're gaseous form, I'm gonna determine what happens with the now uncontrolled animals. Oh. So this guy's going to come over and immediately attack some of the onlookers. The alligator is going to use its move and its action to get into the black market as well. The two bears are going to attack the pack of hyenas. And then the hyenas are going to attack the bears. So they're currently kind of like attacking each other. We'll say the wolves are... Bring you over here because they'll stay in a pack. And we'll say the wolves are going to use their move and the action to get into the black market as well. That will
maybe
finish...
they have some canine solidarity with the hyenas or something. Brotherhood or something.
And with that, that'll finish the lair action. That'll bring us to Rahi. Rahi, you're currently up top looking down at all this unfolding. And also from this vantage point, you can see that the guards have left the viewing platform and are gathering at the staircases.
I'm noticing the commotion and guessing something's gone wrong. I'm just going to leap down onto the platform below and...
Give me athletics as you do that.
Sure. Where is it?
He falls into the pack of wolves. Ah.
29.
29, you're good. You take no damage from the jump as you control it and you land like Hulk style on the walkway.
I'm going to kind of casually stroll like as quickly as I can without looking like I'm...
Don't look suspicious.
Yeah,
Don't
towards
suspicious.
where the guards are starting to congregate.
Okay. So you're just doing your normal movement. Give me a deception check. Give me deception or stealth. Your choice.
Deception it is.
Okay.
Let's see. 15.
15. Nice. And your full movement?
Yeah,
30 feet, 40 feet? What's your full movement?
30 feet.
30? Okay. Turn on that. 5, 10, 15, 20. Get you right here at the beginning of the back side of the stairs.
I'm expecting to see our Goliath target somewhere in this mess, but so far I don't see anything.
Right, because Wintrude's the only one that knows the halfling is the actual leader, because she saw his behavior with the other guards. Holy shit, I forgot about that. Okay, good to know. That'll finish your turn?
Yeah.
All right. That'll bring us to Gelmir.
All right.
In your gaseous form, I mean, at this point, it seems like chaos is ensuing within the black market stalls.
And speaking of these stalls, are there valuables on display?
Well, I mean, what's your passive perception?
16.
16? Yeah. I mean, some of them are like general goods, but some are food stuff, some are equipment and kind of like rare exotic items. You get the feeling that these are things that are kind of like smuggled into Skullport, and then some of them end up down into this area, and there are some kind of like fancy items for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop out of gaseous form.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Gribbets, so I'm using my bonus action to tell Gribbets to go just try and grab shiny stuff.
Okay. We'll send him over to the nearest stall as he does that. Go ahead and give me sleight of hand for him.
And this one's not at disadvantage, right? Because it's grimace. It's just a straight.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just you.
That's gonna be a 12.
12. I mean, he kind of like floats in, sees that the people like that work here are panicked, are beginning to run away. So he quickly flies into the stall. He sees like a small satchel bag filled with what looks like might be coins, and he uses his tail to kind of like grab onto it, and he picks up like a small bag filled with coins.
Okay, and he is medium, if that helps, as far as like carrying and all that. Yeah. Okay, so then I'm going to use my movement. I want to get to that gorilla.
Okay.
I want to climb on it and get to its shoulder.
What's your movement?
35.
Oh, that's right. You are 35. So I'll say your movement gets you right behind it. Your bonus action was to tell Gribbets what to do. You have your action left.
So I'll do action dash to get up on the gorilla, and I just want to like speak into his ear, and I'll be like,
well, give me acrobatics or athletics to climb up onto its back.
So normally I have advantage. So this would be a straight roll on acrobatics.
This would be a straight roll, yeah.
That's going to be a 10.
A 10?
So 2 on the dice.
Ow. So he panics, not knowing what's on his back, and you feel this huge hand grab onto you and then throw you across the way. As you kind of like climb up on its back, its hand grapples you and then throws you really quick. Go ahead and give me a dex save.
All right. That is an 18.
So you land. You are not prone, but you will take half of 8 points of falling damage. So only 4 points of falling damage. And you land about 20 feet away. And you watch this. Go ahead.
As I'm in the air, I just want to yell like, the Gela, we're going after Goliaths. All Goliaths.
So Rahi, as you focus in on the guards directly in front of you, there's a moment where Gelmir is like arcing through the air, and you just hear his voice call out as he's arcing down towards the ground, yelling back at the gorilla. That'll finish Gelmir's turn. Back to Alexander and the monk. Alexander, you are currently stunned.
Can I speak or anything, or am I just done?
You can speak, yeah, but you're stunned.
Okay, I basically, I'm trying to think here. That's not gonna work. Okay, so as I'm stunned, I scream rather loudly, and say, "I could do this all day. This is it." And just try to what I'm trying to accomplish is realizing that being quiet's not going to work. I'm trying to make really loud, obnoxious noises. I'm like, you're gonna do this all day. You're gonna die, you know. And,
give me intimidation for that one.
6 seconds into the fight, plowed in the chest, stunned. I could do this all day, he says.
16.
16? You notice that she just smiles, and you just hear her voice. So can I. And that's when you feel the flat palm blow back in your chest. But instead of being stunned or attempting to stun you, it's just 3 palm strikes. Like right into your chest area.
It could be worse. You could have been thrown by a gorilla.
So she has advantage because you're stunned. And she did flurry of blows. You currently don't have your armor on, correct?
I have the belt of defense though, which gives me
correct.
1
So what's
AC.
your current armor class? Just so
And
I know.
I think I'm. Oh yeah. So I gotta let me take off. Let me do that. Let me take off this half plate. So I'll be at 13.
13. So oddly enough, like in your stunned state, maybe she was distracted by the kind of like the fact that even though you're stunned, you still try to like, just keep this going. Her first blow strikes you, but then her follow-up blows, she kind of like pivots away as if she's trying to knock you over. And it's almost like in your stunned state, you're moving just enough to like her 2 follow-up blows just miss you completely. As you take another 8 points of bludgeon or force damage from that.
And then I say, because I have the oil slipperiness. I'm slippery, aren't I?
Yeah, in fact, that would be the reason why she missed you. She's like, those other 2 blows try to strike into you, and each hand like slips off your forearm, and she's almost like looking at the oil that's dripping off of her hands, and she's got this kind of look on her face as she stares at you.
Don't be disgusted. I know you like it.
At the end of your turn, you are no longer stunned. Wintrude, you are up now, and that's when you notice a couple things going on from your vantage point. 4 more guards coming down from the viewing platform. The guard at the top of the stairs just yelled for them to come down. You can see Rahi kind of like cautiously approaching from behind, but because the halfling, because the halfling turned out to be the leader, you're not really sure if Rahi knows who to look out for. As far as you know, Rahi's trying to find the Goliath that might be in charge, but so far Rahi's only seeing guards. She doesn't see anyone that looks like the leader type. She's just kind of being cautious behind the other guards. As far as you can tell, Flavium, he is still under the effect of your spell because you can feel the concentration on it continuing. And now all the guards are yelling for him to stop, slow down as they're kind of running in his general direction. What would you like to do?
So,
and right behind you, you see Tyr come around the stand and stop. And like he's like staring at the Goliath guard that's looking down the stairs.
So is Tyr behind me then?
Yep.
Is that Tyr's character behind?
Right there.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right next to Tyr, just a little ahead of him, staying a bit diagonal.
Okay.
And break the invisibility. And say, our target's the halfling. The halfling did you see the halfling dash out?
No, I don't want to see
Yeah, she's like, no, what halfling?
It's not the Goliath. There's a halfling that's actually Flavius and in charge of the pits.
Well, I got him out for Tavio, right?
He's on the floor.
All right.
So now you know who you guys are looking for, Tyr. Anything else you want to do, Wintrude?
Let me see. That was kind of
still technically for action.
Oh shit.
Take a shot.
I can't take a shot. What would I? I kind of my thing is okay. Unless I will hold my action, I'll hold Eldritch Blast. If any of the guards look back at us and look like they're going to do something threatening towards us, I will attack the guards with Eldritch Blast. But otherwise, what I want to have happen is I want them all to keep running after the halfling.
Okay.
So we don't have to. I just want them to get to the chaos on the floor, basically.
Gotcha. So that'll finish your turn. You're holding your action with an Eldritch Blast just in case they notice you guys.
If they look at us and say like, "Hey, them" or something bad, and then I'll fight them.
Okay. So he's gonna make another. What's the duration on that spell? Up to a minute?
It's a minute. Yeah.
Okay. So he's gonna try to make another save. That's a 2 and a 3. I don't seem to be able to save. I'm putting you guys in dice jail drawer. He is going to use his move and his action to keep running, but now he's confused as to where to go because the animal pens have been unleashed in the black market area. So he's just going to run all the way across into this midsection right there. these two are going to continue to follow him down. He's going to continue to follow him down. He'll make it to the bottom of the stairs as well. Uh-oh. My mouse stopped working. There we go. This guy's going to keep going, not even notice. And he's going to make it to right about there. So is this one. He's going to make it to right about there as well. These two stop to turn and look in your direction. They have suspicious looks on their faces, and they immediately look over towards you, Wintrude. Hey, what are you doing in front of the bosses? Like, and they're now kind of like walking towards you, like they're suspicious of you.
Oh, we just heard yelling. We're running to help.
Give me persuasion, Tyr.
20. Filthy.
The one on the right looks at you and goes, I didn't ask you to answer my fucking question. And you watch as now they're pulling out their weapons and beginning to like kind of walk towards you, the two of you. Wintrude, you want to trigger Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, the one who was doing all the talking.
Okay, go for it. Roll the
So
hit.
It's two
laser pointers.
first one's 21.
That'll hit.
Second one is 23.
That'll hit as well. Roll for damage for both.
Okay, so 1. 1 plus 6. So 7.
7 for the first one?
So-
Or for both?
That's
That's
total.
for both?
7 total. Yeah.
Okay,
total.
yeah. Two beams of light come arcing out of your hands, hit the guy in the chest. He's like, "Ugh." and now they're just looking at you threateningly as if they're about to like charge towards you. But that's their
And then I'm gonna
actually that was their move. I'll say they'll use their action. The first guy's going to charge into base with you, and then the second one's going to charge into base with Tyr,
so
as they are now suspicious of both of you.
I'm gonna take the disengage as a bonus action.
It's not your turn because you held your action. So
that's true.
It's
Sorry.
it's the bad guy's
My bad.
turn.
My bad. I totally forgot order of things.
That
Sorry.
will finish all of that. Tyr, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right.
You just watch two of the mercenary guards immediately charge you and Wintrude.
Am I able to slip behind the one in front of me? Which one got hit by Eldritch Blast? The one in front of Wintrude?
The one with the green hood.
Gotcha. Am I able to slip behind the other to get to that one without like triggering an opportunity attack?
Yeah, because you could stay in base with him
Perfect.
and pivot towards the other one. Sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a little sidestep him, and then I'm gonna swing my Sword of Fairy Fire at the green hood.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Trying it out.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit. Because you guys are all flanking each other, you do not get advantage from flanking.
Yeah, 9.
9. You kind of like pivot around, you bring your sword down towards the guy. The last minute, the guy brings up his sword, and the two swords kind of come together as he defends himself against your strike.
Let me hit you, pussy. You won't.
Anything else you want to do?
That's it.
That's it for your turn?
Yep.
All right, I'll take us to the top of the third round, which will take us back to the lair action again. And things are about to get interesting. So now, with this, the crowd is going to begin running away from the monkey. Or the ape. This one's going to come here and attack one of the bystanders. He's going to pick up and throw this one. And as he throws this bystander, they just crumple to the ground, like right next to like all the like the center area of supply. Just like you look behind Gelmir to see the giant ape pick the guy up, and then just like casually fling the guy across the way lands in like a crumpled heap of broken bone and like just right along the pile of like hay and sacks and stuff in the middle of the black market stalls. And then he's going to charge right by you and into the 3 onlookers there. These guys continue to fight each other. The 3 wolves are going to continue to run along here. And that will be the lair action. Rahi, you're up. You just watched as some of the guards went down towards the ground to chase after their boss. Or, well, to chase after the halfling. You're not really sure why they did, but they did. But you also saw the 2 guards here turn, and then almost like they moved to attack somebody on the other side, but you're not really sure who they tried to attack.
Did I see the laser bolts, or did I guess they both
because
did
back
hit.
where they were, you saw 2 flashes of arcane energy come out and strike one of them in the chest.
I'm going to sprint towards.
So your move
go.
and your action to get to the corner?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll get you right here to the corner. And as you get here, you can see the 2 mercs are now facing off against Tyr and Widtrude around the corner. Anything else you want to try to do? Because that's just your move and your action. Technically, you still have a bonus action.
I don't have anything right now.
Okay. Out of the way. All right. That'll end your turn. That'll take us to Gelmir. You are up. It is unequivocal chaos at this point. People are screaming, running off in different directions. To your left, you're watching as an alligator is crunching down on a bystander. You just watched as another bystander was picked up and thrown across the yard. And now the ape has charged into some of the other bystanders within the nearest stall to your right. What do you want to do? Now,
I'll have Gribbets keep doing the same thing.
Okay.
So
have Gribbets give me another sleight of hand, as he's now basically just pilfering this stall.
That's I'm trying to remember what his. I think it's a +2 for Dex. Doesn't say his Dex. Should I just go off of mine, or do you know like a Drake's Dex?
What's his? I think his is going to be a +2 on his Dex bonus, if I remember the stats. So
that's what I did in the last one. So it's 11. This one.
11? Okay. Right now, he's just rummaging around the stall. He watches, he's picking things up. First, he picks up a satchel with his tail. Now he's like on top of a metal box, and he's clawing through a metal box. You can just see jewelry being flung out of it as well. So he's doing what you want him to do. You also probably, what's your passive perception again?
16.
16 would be high enough. You heard Widtrude up top yell about something about the halfling being the leader. It's at that point that you look straight down the stalls, and you can see this halfling wearing like very like nice attire, like silks and like he's wearing like a silk robe, gaudy colors. You can see he's festooned with jewelry, and when you see his face, he reminds you of the halfling that was pretending to be nothing and like nobody of importance, that was letting people down into the underground area. But the first thing that catches your eye is this like medallion that he's wearing around his neck, and it's got this big, beautiful like ruby set into it, and immediately a little bit of drool is coming out of the corner of your mouth as you're just like staring at the ruby that's in that emblem, in that item.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast, because obviously these animals aren't listening to me yet. So I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yell to all animals within earshot. Hey, that little guy over there, he's the one who he kept you guys in cages. And he hates animals. He hates them.
All right. So animal handling, speak with animals would normally give you advantage and lower the DC of what you're trying to do. But because it's an ability check, it's going to be a regular roll for you for animal handling. So go ahead and give me animal handling.
That's 14.
I lowered the DC from an 18 to a 13 because of using speak with animals. So we'll say that you notice the wolves' ears perk up, and then they just their eyes just narrow in on the halfling figure that's still panicked and trying to walk away. You watch as the ape is about to throw another one of the bystanders, but then hears your words, looks over your shoulder, and then looks across the way at where the halfling's running away, and he just takes the bystander and chucks the bystander at where the halfling is. And you watch the bystander get thrown and land like just immobile on the ground directly in front of the halfling. Just like, it's just like a greasy, kind of blood-stained, individual that gets thrown in front of the halfling. The halfling goes, ah! It's like looking, sees the animals, sees the guards, sees like he's just like paralyzed with fear, just standing there trying to figure out what to do.
So for my movement, I want to just go in front of the ape.
Okay.
And then just say, Regella, throw me! And I'm going to point at the halfling and just wait for his turn.
Okay. Yeah, we'll operate off that same roll. He looks down at you, and he's going through the motions of beginning to pick you up.
Perfect.
I'll finish your turn. Alexander, you are no longer stunned. And while you were stunned, you heard Tyr in the background yell down at you, "Come on, she's blind!" And you can feel that kind of like magical inspiration settle in as you now have bardic inspiration. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I want to sidestep to the side of the monk, put my leg out. How? So I'm 6'1". How tall is the monk?
She's only maybe 5'2", 5'3".
Okay, so I want to put my leg behind her body and then basically push down on her face and head with my right hand and try to trip her to the ground.
Okay.
Try to push her over my leg.
Yeah, give me athletics or acrobatics for starters.
Nice.
And can I add a bardic inspiration to that?
Sure, absolutely.
It's a D8, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that just gives me 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I rolled a natural 1 for her contest.
Okay.
So once again, she's now realizing every time you move, the oil effect splashes off your form, and now she's kind of covered in it, and she's kind of creeped out by it, and she sees your move, and she tries to counter your move by grabbing onto your wrist that you're trying to push her down to kind of throw you over backwards, and as she tries that, her hands slip right off your forearms, and you manage to slam her down and backwards as you successfully knock her prone onto the ground.
Nice.
So you would have advantage. You would have advantage on your unarmed strike at this point if you choose to attack her.
Yeah, can I attempt to kick her in the throat?
Yeah, go for it. If she's down, you go up and you go to kick at her face and neck area.
Punch her in the ear.
Punch her in the ear.
Okay, so that's a 17.
That's fucked up, Tyr. But have a good idea.
That's my chance here, dude.
Yeah, you managed to just bring your leg up as you swing your leg, and it slams her right in the neck and chest, giving, I believe you're doing how much unarmed damage?
3.
3 points of unarmed damage to her neck and chest area. That was your. How many attacks do you normally get? 2?
I get 2 if I'm using my pack weapon.
Well, yeah, but we'll say for
Okay.
this, you could take another strike at her.
Okay. Okay, so that's 17. Again.
17 will hit as well. Doing another 3 points. It's almost like while she's down, you're just repeatedly kicking her, like taking advantage of the fact that she was kind of like thrown to the ground, and because she seems like a tough opponent, so you're kind of almost like not panicking, but taking advantage of the fact that she's down, and you're just repeatedly kicking into her. Behind you, you can hear the roar of the crowd just kind of screaming with the anticipation of the fight.
Drop some bows.
I was thinking I should just jump on top of her next time. If she doesn't get up, I'm gonna do like a elbow drop in the
People's elbow.
Good old school WWE style.
I love how with any other group, this amount of chaos would be terrifying. You guys are just feeding off of it like chum in the water. I just love
optimal operating conditions.
Right? So Wintrude, you stand there, and you and Tyr are now in base with the two mercs. Right behind them, are coming around the walkway, you can see the huge form of Rahi as her form comes around, and she's staring at the backside of the two mercs. What do you want to do, Richard?
So I want to go ahead and take out the dagger and kind of, with the dagger out this way, the hilt, and jab it, the guy I hit with Eldritch Blast, just underneath like any sort of leather armor or anything in his gut. Just
okay.
If
Go
I can
for
do
it.
Let me see if I get the attack roll. Dagger of lightning.
Oh my god, that's such a good shot right there with Rahi coming around the corner.
That's a 16.
Nice. 16 will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay, so the piercing damage is 6.
Okay.
And then the lightning.
Oh, that's right. Is there a con save for that?
Not that I know of.
Con or dex? Because that's the effect of the dagger, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You have the dagger that as long as it strikes, it does the additional lightning damage. That's right. Yep. You're good.
So that's 6. D12. Let me roll 2 more. So that was 6 plus... damn it. 9 total lightning damage.
Okay. So as you strike him with your dagger, the kind of like lightning electrical effect kind of arcs around the front of their chest and down across their shoulder as he kind of screams with a little bit of the pain from the strike. You hit him. He's taking damage, but he's still on his feet.
I want to go ahead and, as a bonus action, disengage.
Okay.
And then swing behind him and then move behind Rahi.
Running. I'll put you right behind Rahi right there. Guy's like, kind of like looking around, trying to figure out where you went, and then looks to see Rahi kind of just loping around the corner. The guy's eyes get really big, like, oh shit, like, who's this guy?
Wait, do you get sneak attack when I'm next to him, or no?
Oh, I don't.
No, because you guys are because you're both flanking each other. So if there wasn't an ally there, for the merc, you would get that advantage, or you get that sneak attack bonus. But because it's 2v2, there's no sneak attack. There's
no, it says,
flanking.
but I don't need advantage though if another enemy is within 5 feet of it. If another
enemy of the target is within 5 feet.
Yeah.
So would you get sneak attack?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would get sneak attack.
Oh,
actually.
yeah. Go for it. Roll the sneak attack damage then.
So sneak attack would be 4d6. Okay.
Oof.
Let's see, 3, 4. So that's another 11
Nice.
piercing damage.
Okay.
It's pop!
Yeah. We'll say you strike even harder at him as he kind of pivots away from you.
Yeah.
Or as you kind of pivot away from him, heading towards the backside of Rahi as you see her form coming around the corner.
Thanks, Clay. I totally forgot about that.
Me too. That'll finish your turn, Wintrude.
Yes.
Unless you want to say something to Rahi. Because you haven't seen her. This is the first time you've seen her. Tyr's the only one that you warned about the halfling being the leader.
after we take care of these guys, it's a halfling we're after.
Understood.
All right, that'll finish Wintrude's turn. Tyr, you are nope. The bad guys are up. Yep. So these two, this guy's going to turn around. He's going to. No, he's going to stay with base with Tyr and see if he can't get his buddy free. So Tyr, you got 2 strikes coming at you.
Yeah.
That is going to be an 18 and a 12.
Can I cutting words the 18?
Absolutely. Does that mean I have to re-roll, or is it a reduction?
No, I just gotta roll my
Your D6?
D8.
D8, go for it.
All right. For an 8.
Yeah, that's a 10. That's going to miss. Like,
Damn, nice.
the last moment as he's about to strike down towards you, you kind of react to that and say something. What do you say to him?
Good.
I should have been in the pit.
And he just like, just kind of looks at you strangely, not really sure what to say. That'll finish those 2. Down here, these guys are gonna. He's gonna keep. Oh man, where can he go? He's gonna pivot in between the 2 stalls and run this way.
Poor guy.
It'll be the end of his turn. I'm gonna see if he can save finally. All right, that is a 21.
Yeah.
So he finally feels the spell kind of break, and then Wintrude, you feel the concentration fall away, and he's like, "What the?" And he's looking around, just the mayhem and chaos around him. These guys are going to see the wolves, and they're actually going to charge towards the wolves. Use their move and their action to dash to deal with them.
Ooh, that leaves Ghelmir open just to concentrate on the.
These guys are going to come down and continue to chase their boss. It's their move and their action to dash. That'll finish the bad guys. Tyr, you are up, and then we'll be at the top of the 4th round.
All right, how's the Green Hood looking?
He's looking a little bit rough. Yeah, he took a lot of damage during that round.
All right, I'm swinging my sword again at him.
Go
over
for
the
it.
top. Use the beyond instead. Oh my goodness, a nat 1.
And that one.
No, that's 7. Oh, I thought that was a 1. It's 14.
That's a
14
14 total, yeah.
Yeah, as you go to slam your sword down into him, the guy kind of pivots away from you at the last moment, and you watch as the sword just finds empty space.
And then I forgot about, because it's been so long since I swung a sword, but I'll use my bonus action to 2-weapon fighting with a dagger.
Go for it.
So
As
as
he
it's coming over the
dodges
top,
your
I'm
sword,
pulling one underneath.
Yeah,
slicing at the stomach.
Yeah. So what'd you get?
10.
10.
Dang.
It's like the two of you just pivoting away from each other as you slam your sword towards him and then try to bring up the dagger. And he sees the dagger, kind of leans away from it as the two of you just kind of standing there parrying each other's blows.
What the hell?
And the great random number generators don't really care what level you are.
I'm going to. I'm just gonna run towards Rahi. Also, I'll take that.
That'll trigger 2 opportunities of attack against you.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Okay, good to know. Running towards Rahi, your full movement to get back towards them. There are 2 attacks of opportunity coming. That is going to be a dirty 20 and a 10.
All right, 20 hits.
Okay. That is going to be 11 points of slashing damage. You feel a sword kind of like slice into your back as you run away.
As I run away, I'll spit at him.
Take that!
Oh, my. All right, that'll finish your turn. It'll take us to the top of the 3rd round. The lair action is going to resolve. which means the ape follows the halfling running between the stalls and then chucks you in that direction. Like right
It's like
at
a
the
quarterback tracking
halfway.
the
Yeah.
I'm gonna see
Wolverine.
if he can actually hit you. Like, okay, so that was a natural 20 when he threw you. So, as you get thrown, Gelmir, you arc over the stall, and you literally land right on top of the halfling. And you just feel you and the halfling tumble into each other. Give me a dex save as you land on top of them.
26.
Yeah, like, let me see. Let me give him a dex save. He is knocked prone because I rolled double fives. So for him, as you land on top of him, he's knocked prone and you're on top of him. So that'll finish the ape's attack. The ape is then going to charge Keeper into the black market. Let's see. The alligator. This guy is dead. So the alligator will then move towards this one. Attack that one. The wolves and the Goliaths are facing off against each other. The hyenas and the bears are still fighting, so that'll finish the lair action. Rahi, you are up. What would you like to do? And once again, out of the corner of your eye, you saw Gelmir get tossed over one of the stalls. You're mute.
I'm going to move within 15 feet of the green cloaked one, take out 2 of my spent syringes, and throw them at him. So, let's see. Uh, 24 and 15.
Both will hit. 15 just barely. 24 definitely.
13 damage.
Nice.
This dude.
Oh! And he turns and he looks at these 2 syringes like sticking out of the back of his shoulder, and he turns around to look at you, and now he's got a little bit of fear in his eyes. Anything else you want to do?
I just kind of call out to him, "It's not worth it. Leave."
Give me an intimidation check.
Intimidation. 21.
21, nice. I'm going to take that
Solid.
into consideration for his DCs. Okay. That'll finish Rahi's turn. Gelmir.
Actually, one last thing. I'm going to move towards the stairs to get closer to our target.
Okay, finish the rest of your movement.
I just like she threatens it to just
like takes 2 Frankenstein
boss,
steps
dude.
towards him, throws those 2 like syringes at him. It's not worth it. And then she just like turns and heads over towards the stairs.
love it.
I made my point. I have other things to do.
So good, dude.
Yeah. So Gelmir, you are now on top of a halfling that's finally dressed. There's panicking crowd all around you. You can see out of the corner of your eye that Gribbets is continuing to pilfer through one of the stalls. And he's now covered in gear. Like he's whatever he finds, he wears. So he's just like holding all these bags and satchels as he's just doing his best to just like pilfer all the stuff he can out of the stall. What do you want to do?
All right, so I have advantage on him with my crossbow because he's prone, right?
Yes. Do you have crossbow feet at point blank?
I had the expert.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. So I'm
you're
gonna
you're on
bone-
top of him, looking down at him, and this halfling's like he's looking angry and pissed off. He's got a dagger in his left hand and a short sword at his belt, and you see that medallion around his neck, and he's looking up at you, and he's just like, "Get off of me!"
Yeah, I'll just I'm gonna bonus action lightning arrow, so I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay. Like,
And I'm just gonna look down
are
at
you
him.
John
and just be like,
Swifting? Are you John? Are you Swift? Are you John? What is it?
Wick?
John Wick.
John Wick. Thank you. My brain was tumbling. Are you
Nice.
Are you wicking this guy? Or are you just like
Yeah,
like
100%.
point blank.
It's funny because
That's
you're
gonna
saying
be-
Jonathan Swift, and I was like, I don't think he's 18th century Irish satirizing him, but that's just me.
That is what Gelmir's doing at this moment.
Yeah.
22 to hit.
22 will definitely hit. Roll for damage.
All right, that's gonna be good, real good. 30 damage.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah, I rolled almost max damage.
Nice. It's like you pull the trigger, you watch the bolt just strike him in the midriff, like right in the stomach, and the lightning kind of starts arcing across his body. His eyebrows immediately curl from burning. His hair kind of like frizzes out, and there's even smoke like coming out of his ears and his nose. He's like, ah! He just screams out in pain, yelling, help, help, help me! Somebody help me! And he's just screaming out.
And then that innocent bystander that's within 10 feet of him has to make a dex save or take 15 damage.
Dude,
all right.
Oh my
the lighting and the context of what you're doing looks pretty terrifying, actually.
Yeah. And plus, he just dropped out of the air and then a giant ape threw him.
The fastball special.
He definitely didn't make his dex save. That was a 7.
So 15 damage to that guy, and then I'm going to attack this halfling again.
Yeah, before you do, you watch the lightning arc off of the halfling. It strikes the other guy like right in the head, and his head just goes explodes from like the electrical shock as he drops dead to the ground.
Poor guy. He seems like a good guy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. It's a 23 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
And then for that attack, it's minimum damage 6. And I'm just gonna look over this halfling and just be like, I'm not monkeying around here.
Give me intimidation or persuasion, your choice.
With disadvantage. Oh wow, that's actually really good. It's a 15. I'll do intimidation. I rolled a natural 20 and a 15.
Nice. He's actually screaming at the top of his voice. He's just like, no, get off of me. He's like trying to push you off of him, and he's yelling, Barum, get this guy off of me.
Yeah, that's it. That's everything I got.
That'll finish your turn. Back into the middle of the fighting pit. Back to Alexander. Alexander, you are up. You and the monk. You've got her currently kind of like pinned. Like she's on the ground, but she's not grappled yet. You're just taking advantage that she kind of lost her footing and you successfully tripped her. Her hand slid off of your forearm as she tried to pull you over onto the other side. And you just repeatedly kicked her like multiple times into like head and neck area. The tone of the crowd around you is changing. Like from cheering to like a strange kind of like murmuring panic as if they're noticing something else going on.
I am like so enthralled with the fight that I'm not even paying attention to the crowd. But all the sounds are kind of gearing me to do is I'm like, oh, I gotta finish this up fast. I can't let this monk get up. So I think if the monk tries to get up when I'm gonna do this next move as a reaction, I would like to headbutt her. But either way, my goal is going to be to jump on top of her and repeatedly headbutt her to my own music, like dun, dun, try to knock her unconscious. I want to knock her out. I'm like, if she gets up, I'm so dead. I gotta knock her unconscious. I just want to headbutt her to death.
Give me athletics or acrobatics to like pin her down, to like grapple her down to the ground.
Oh yeah, 21.
21. Go ahead and give me.
Idly.
Go ahead and give me 2 headbutts as you slam your head twice down into hers with advantage because she's grappled and you've got her pinned.
Natural 20 on the first.
Nice.
And a 19 on the second.
Okay, both will hit. Resolve the crit first, so that's going to be double your normal 3, which is a 6.
Actually, I have advantage, so the second one's actually 22. But either way, okay.
Either way, so you do 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you pin her down. She tries to get out from your grasp, but she can't get a hold of you. It's like every time she tries to grab you, there's like this strange, like viscous oil on her fingers, and she tries to knee up into your legs, and you block it. And as a reaction, you bring that third headbutt down. Go ahead and strike her with your reaction. Roll to hit.
Okay. It is an 18.
18, that's her AC. You bring it down into her head again, doing another 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And now you can see this monkey bump, like right on her forehead. It's like swollen and bruised. You see a little bit of blood curling from her mouth as she's taking a bit of damage from you.
I say to her, I'm like, I'm a slippery little devil, aren't I?
Well, she would probably think it was funnier joke if she could physically see you, but
she felt the horns earlier, you know. I'm invoking the training that I did prior to the fight, you know. I'm
That's
like
fair,
really
that's
trying
fair.
to, I'm honing in on it.
As a reaction to your strike, however, she manages to get an elbow up and towards your chest. Let's see if she hits with it.
It's a 13 to hit.
That'll be a 21 to hit you with her elbow.
Oh, nice.
She's trying to break the grapple, but she can't quite do it. But she gets an elbow up into your chest for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
She is going to spend the 2 key. And she's going to try a series of elbows back up into your chest again.
Okay.
They are regular because she's, well, you have advantage of the oil. She normally has advantage on her, so they're regular. That's going to be a 10 and a 21. So you'll take another 6 points from the elbow. And she's just trying to break your concentration. She's slamming her elbow like up into your chest, trying to get you to back off.
Okay.
And that will finish the pits. That will take us to Wintrude, and then we'll be on the bad guy's turn. So Wintrude, you're over here in the walkway with Tyr and Rahi. Looking down, you can see that Gelmir is caught up with the halfling. But the only reason you saw it is because you saw him get thrown, and then like land, and then the halfling and Gelmir kind of like disappear into a tumbling mass of arms and legs. But then you watch as an onlooker is looking down at the ground at something you can't see. You watch as lightning arcs into their head, and like a melon, their head explodes. And you watch the onlooker just kind of fall to the ground. And you're like, okay, Gelmir's got it.
So, man, what I really want to do is just, I really just want to turn around and start running down the stairs, counting on Rahi's threatening words having their effect.
It's up to you. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to start dashing down the stairs. I'm going to say, come on, fellas!
So your full movement with dash,
Yeah.
which is what?
Gelmir's
60?
got him! My speed is, what's my speed? 25. Yeah. So it'd be
So
50 total.
So that'll put you
Oh, cool. It does a shadow.
right there. Is where that will put you. So that's your action and your move. You still have your bonus action. And looking from your vantage point, you can see that the 2 mercs of the Goliath here are trying to deal with the wolves. But here, these 2 Goliaths seem to be focused on something in between the 2 stalls. And then you hear the halfling kind of yell and scream, Bradford, help me! Help me! And then one of the Goliaths kind of turns and gets like, kind of looks over in between the 2 stalls, but also looks up to see this giant ape kind of like just throwing bystanders off into the distance. So somewhere in between those 2 stalls, you figure that's where the fight is currently going on with Gelmir.
So, I've taken my movement and then action to dash, but I also have a cunning action is a bonus action, and it allows the dash. So I don't know if I can move
so
an
you
extra
still have your
25 feet.
action then. Yeah, you're good. You still have your action.
Oh, if you want to rule it that way, I thought it was just I could move an extra 25 feet with it.
No,
it's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine with you still having your action.
Let me see. So I'm probably. I don't have line of sight on Flavius, right?
Not Flavius, but you got the two. You've got the two Goliaths on line of sight.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and Eldritch Blast one of them twice.
Go for it. Make your 2 attacks.
Let me see here. Actions, attack. If I get the right thing, sorry. Here we go. So, first one's 11.
Nice.
Second one's 8. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh no, it's a 1, so I get to re-roll it.
Yep.
Sorry. But not any better. It's 2 11s. So 2 11s.
Okay, yeah, like you stumble down the stairs and you're like, and the two Eldritch Blasts go arcing over in that direction. And then they arc right over the heads of the Goliaths. One of the Goliaths turns to look back up at the stairs, sees you, sees Rahi, sees Tyr, is confused as to why you just tried to shoot him, and begins to turn and pivot towards you.
Okay.
That'll finish your turn, which will take us to the bad guy's turn. They are currently fighting the wolves. These two, this guy's actually going to continue to run towards where the yelling is coming from. He's got to go this way or get hit by the ape. So he's going to run this way with his action and his move. This guy's going to turn and see you and immediately move and dash up to the top of the stairs to come into base with you. Rahi and Tyr. This guy does not seem to want to move towards you, Rahi. This guy is not took that slash down at Tyr and is going to move into base with Tyr. This one's going to stay at a distance and throw 2 daggers at you, Rahi. But with disadvantage because he's intimidated. And you watch as the 2 daggers just kind of go flying over and down into the ground. Tyr, this guy comes at you with his longsword. He's going to slash at you again. That is going to be a 22 and a 5. So I think the 22 hits, correct?
Yeah.
It's going to be 9 points of slashing damage as the sword kind of slashes into your armor and finds a gap in the armor. Halfling and Gelmir. The halfling is now panicking, Gelmir, and he grabs onto his amulet. Gelmir, give me a wisdom save, please.
Right. 6.
You feel this voice in your head compelling you to run away.
Aww.
And as you stand up to run away, you're going to move. What's your movement?
35.
35 feet away from him as quick as you can as a reaction. And that will finish the half. One of the halflings going to stand up. And he's no longer fearful. And he is going to move half his movement that way to try to get towards the Goliath. I'll finish the halfling's turn. Tyr, you are up, and then we'll be at the top of the 4th round.
All right, quick question. How far away is the Goliath on the stairs?
30. He is exactly 60 feet away.
Damn, that's 60 feet.
Yeah, it's because of the height angle.
Got you.
Yeah, to put it about, yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to Misty Step to the floor from where I'm at.
What's your total Misty Step?
Misty Step 30 feet.
It's usually 30.
Yeah, I mean, you could, because Misty Step is a bonus action for you.
Yeah.
So you could bonus action 30 feet to right about here.
Mm-hmm.
You'd still have your move in action after that.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Well, I think first I'm gonna take a shot at the one that just swung at me.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
With my Sword of Fairy Fire. 15.
15 will hit. Roll for damage.
Nice.
And he's
5.
currently lit up like a Christmas tree.
5 damage.
5 points of damage. Rye, you watch as Tyr turns, slams his sword down into the chest of the guy, and suddenly there's an explosion of light. And the target is now covered in cascaded light of like purples, yellows, greens, and reds
Yeah.
pulsing off the guy.
Light show.
Yep,
The sword works.
as he is now affected by fairy fire.
Now, if I were to Misty Step onto the stairs, could I run through the Colossus and get behind him so we're like pincered?
Yeah, I'd say you could move into base and then pivot around behind him. That'd be okay.
Because that'll give sneak attack for
Wintrude, yeah.
Wintrude, right?
Give me athletics to kind of push your way around the Goliath.
All right.
Actually, for you, you get a choice: athletics or acrobatics.
I'll use acrobatics.
Okay.
30.
Oh, yeah, I rolled like shit. You kind of use the fact that the Goliath is focused on Wintrude to kind of like just pivot around him. And Rahi, you're now left up here with a glow-in-the-dark merc as well, kind of confused and blinded, and all of the chaos is kind of like ensuing down below. Let's go ahead and take our quick 5-minute break because I got to go to the bathroom,
Okay.
and then we will be right back after that.
I want to make mine like a Nightcrawler from X-Men. As soon as I hit, I just disappeared.
I love it. All right, we are back when you guys are ready. Oh, I'm loving this. I've had this encounter like pent up for like 4 weeks. It's awesome watching it finally play out. It's great.
I kept thinking about how this was going to roll out, and it's like it's epic. It's like, oh man, it's all like just the combination. We're always this weird combination of tactical and chaotic.
I'm probably going to jinx it, but this is going far better than I thought it would.
Well, I'm rolling really shitty. You guys have been pulling off some, because I mean, you guys had complete surprise. They had no idea what you were up to. So let's face it, Gelmir letting out all the animals.
Yeah.
Well, Gelmir letting out the giant ape, which to this day I can't believe Tailspire doesn't have a giant ape in their category of things yet. Because like I thought about building a battle board for this, but I didn't feel like I could give it the grandeur with the tabletop with the battle cam. Like I felt like I couldn't make it like big enough with all the different things that were kind of going on.
Yeah.
And I realized I probably would have had to build 3 separate battle boards. One where Gelmir is letting out all the animals, one where the rest of you are up in the viewing platform, and then one for Alexander being down in the pit fight. And then I'd be switching out the boards to be able to do this. So Tailspire felt a little bit more immersive for what you guys were about to pull off or try to pull off.
Oh, man.
All right, so that'll take us to the top of the round. Let me put us back. There we go. At this point, the lair action is up. That is true. The lair action is up. Let me roll for that. I got this great, we went thrift store shopping yesterday, and I picked up this great new dice box that I found in a thrift store. Because I keep my other one's too low, and they keep rolling onto the floor. It's driving me nuts.
Maybe the dice ball cursed, and that's why it was in the thrift store.
Well, you know what? Now that you mention it, so this guy is going to turn around and go back towards these 3 that he went through. Oh, no, there's 2 right there. He's actually going to throw these 2. He's going to throw this one over here. Land prone. Throw this one. Gelmir, give me a dex save to avoid getting hit by this guy.
Natural 20 for 28.
Yeah, you're good. As you watch as 2 more people get picked up by the ape and thrown in 2 different directions. The ape seems content with creating a bit of chaos over here. One of the mercs is down, but so is one of the wolves. The bears and hyenas are still going at it. And that'll finish the lair's turn. Rahi, you are up with Gelmir on deck.
I'm going to grapple the one in front of me, the glowing one.
Yeah, you have advantage on this. Go ahead and give me athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
You said I had advantage?
You do have advantage, yep.
It's very far.
31.
You just pick him up,
Throw it
and as he
out.
tries to squirm out of your grasp, you can hear both his shoulders almost dislocate with your kind of like as you pick him up.
Actually, what I'd like to do is pick him up by the ankle.
Okay, you grab him by the ankle, okay?
I walk over to the stairs, dragging him with me.
Are you dropping him?
I'm going to drop him in the direction of the stair. Basically take me to the staircase in front of me.
This one?
Yeah. Just so that I'm on. Yeah, right. Right there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
You're
going
right
to
there.
drag him in front of me.
From
Okay.
under the wolves.
drop him. Yeah, drop him to the wolves, basically, head first.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Where's the Joker?
So I'll say your action was to grapple him. You then dragged him over to the edge, and then you release his ankle, dropping him down. Do you get any damage for grappling him?
No.
Okay, because I'm never sure. Your build's a little bit unique, so I'm not always sure how that works.
The thing is, I've never remembered to do this, but what's supposed to happen is I deal a bit of damage at the beginning of my turn to grapple targets, but
That's
it's
what I
never
thought.
really been relevant.
Gotcha.
So I drop him to the ground in front of me.
5, 10, 15, 20 feet. So that's going to be 4d6.
And then I'm going to jump off and land on him.
All right, I'll give him a deck save, see if he lands. He does not. That's a natural 1 for his deck save. So you drop him. He lands prone, like right at the edge of the wall, and he just and he crumples into a heap. He looks a little rough, but he's like on his elbow trying to get back up just as you step off the staircase. Go ahead and give me athletics or acrobatics as you jump down.
Athletics. 25.
25. As he, on his elbow, looking up, he just sees your feet as you just land on top of him. Go ahead and give me 4d6 for the distance that you land on top of him as your damage.
Let's see.
I'll let you roll it.
D6. Here we are. And that is 19 damage.
Nice.
That was a
You
thing
just-
of beauty to appear.
Yeah, you land on him in such a way that you feel your boot kind of like slide into his neck, and there's this like cracking noise, and his body goes limp. The Goliath like looks to his left to see you, and he's like, "What the fuck was that?" Like totally confused as to what to do next. That'll finish Rahi's turn. Disgustingly cool, but that'll finish Rahi's turn. Gelmir, at the top of your turn, you feel the guy's voice kind of like dissipate from your mind, and you're now kind of under control of yourself again. What would you like to do?
I'll just be like, all right, my right.
You're like, hey, right?
Another day at the office. Head in the direction of that halfling.
Okay.
I just like to think like
you're 35 feet, right?
Yeah, 35. Yep. Like for everybody who's like first time visit the pit, like what's going through their mind? And then I'm gonna
yeah, it's pretty chaotic. That's a good point.
bonus action Hunter's Mark on this guy, and then
Okay,
I'm
he's
gonna
Hunter's marked.
shoot him twice.
Go for it. As you come around, sprinting like around the stall, you slow down just in time to see him racing towards the Goliath, and you bonus action Hunter mark him and take the 2 shots.
First shot is 26 to hit
That'll definitely hit.
for it's 2 1s on the dice.
Oh.
7 damage.
7 points of damage. Okay.
And then for the second attack, does a 9 plus 18 hit?
18 will still hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Cool.
I like how it doesn't even bother you that you exploded the bystander's head. It's just his body's just laid out on the ground.
They knew what they were in for when they came here.
Wait, you were just arguing the point that they didn't know what they were in for when they came here.
That guy's a regular. I know it. 12 damage for the second attack. And I take it that's all of my movement, right?
Yeah, that was your full movement to get around the stall. That was your action and then your bonus action. So it'll finish your turn.
Well, just
both crossbow bolts strike him in the back. Just, he's screaming towards the Goliath. Help me! You're gonna kill me!
I'm gonna yell over to the gorilla and just be like, "He's going around the stall, Magilla. Just cut him off." And that'll be it.
You give me a persuasion to see if you could with it'd be a regular roll because you'd have advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 4.
4?
Yeah.
You just yell that out, and there's just these huge flailing arms up above the gorilla's head as he's just bringing them down on a nearby stall. And pieces of the stall are just flying off in different directions. You watch as another bystander arcs out to the right, yelling, "Ah!" kind of like, flailing in the air as he's just going to town on one of the stalls.
Yeah, he's busy. I'll reconnect with him later.
That'll finish your turn. Back towards the fight pit.
All right.
Alexander, you are up. Currently, you've got this monk. She's pinned to the ground. She's fighting and struggling back at you, and you've been kind of like just flailing on her and keeping her pinned. The two of you are currently like contested at this point. What do you want to do?
All right.
And it's all chaos behind you now. There's clearly something going on. You notice that the crowd's behavior is like almost a panic behavior versus like cheering the kind of like contest. And in your mind, you're probably thinking, okay, Gelmir's plan is obviously kicking off.
Okay, so I guess my question is like, how injured is this person? Do I feel like I would be
They're
able to?
Starting to look a little bit injured, but monks are difficult to read. They're not always easy to kind of fathom, and she could have something in the tank still.
Okay, so I'll say to her, like, do we want to continue this? It seems like nobody's watching anymore, and there's chaos that has brewed. We might want to get out of here.
Give me a persuasion check.
All right. And that's a 12. It's a solid.
As a reaction, she goes, "Fuck you!" And you just feel her knee come like up and into your midriff area for like a 21 to hit.
17. Yeah. 13.
Yeah. You take 6 points of force damage as her knee just strikes you in the stomach. Go ahead and give me athletics, please.
That is a 7.
7. She manages to squirm away from you, having her pinned to the ground. She comes up onto her feet, just breathing heavily. She's on one knee. And she's just looking at her. It's not that she's looking around. She's like turning and tilting her head like she's listening. And then, she stops and she goes, "Oh, shit. Maybe you're right." And she's like slowly standing up. "So what do we do? What do you want to do?" And she seems confused as to, like, at first she didn't trust you, but I just rolled a 24 for her perception. She seems to be acknowledging you might be correct, but, all she can do is go by her ears.
Well, typically when chaos ensues, I like to rob the joint and then get out of here. But really, it's up to you. I mean, we could continue to fight, but no one's gonna care. If there's any prize money, I don't even know if we're gonna get it at this point.
So we'll say your turn is you successfully convince her that this might not be a good idea. And at the end of your turn, you just see this smile creep across her face as she just says, "Follow me. I think I know what we can do." And she starts leading you towards the exit of the fighting pit.
I follow.
Okay. So that will finish as you two seem to have come up with a plan of maybe robbing the betting arena blind. Wintrude, you and Tyr are on the staircase. Tyr is now flanking the Goliath behind, and you're up in front. And the Goliath's just standing there with its weapon out, confused and kind of more angry at you because you just tried to shoot him. What do you want to do? And Tyr, or the bad guys, are up on deck.
So I'm going to go ahead and take out the dagger and try to jab it into his chest. Just
go for it.
For the first time in a long time, you have access to an opponent's eyes.
That's a filthy 20.
Definitely hit, and you do have sneak attack.
So the first is just the straight piercing, which is 7 damage from the dagger.
Okay.
Then the lightning.
I had to go get another cup of coffee for this because I'm enjoying this session so much right now. I was telling the others before everyone else came back, I've been holding this encounter for 4 weeks, and I'm just like, I've been chomping at the bit.
That's 17 lightning damage.
Oof.
And then finally is the sneak attack.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. 8
points on the sneak attack. Nice.
So,
it's just and the lightning expands over his chest and stomach, and he kind of like yells and feels the pain arc through him. Still on his feet though.
And then it's pretty shitty. Sorry, Tyr, but I'm gonna disengage, and I'm gonna just leap off from where I am right now.
Okay, give me acrobatics just to make sure you don't fall to your face.
Acrobatics.
Yep.
Well, maybe I rolled a 6.
So you just like, sorry, Tyr, and you like step off the stairwell, and the Goliath like sticks out his foot, and you trip on it, and you land prone on the ground below. So that'll finish your turn. Right there, you take 3 points of falling damage.
God damn it! Oh, so do I still have my movement though?
It's gonna be half your movement to get back up.
Yeah. So I was just if I could use, I'll be like, nobody saw that.
Okay. So you've got the remaining half of your movement left.
Yeah, the 12.5 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move just straight ahead of me.
Towards this way or towards Rahi?
Towards the first way you had. Not towards Rahi,
Gotcha.
Straight, yeah.
Take it that way. The bad guys are now up.
I love how I just bit
This
it.
guy just saw his buddy get thrown off the walkway, so he's going to come running over and look down at Rahi standing on his buddy's head that's now squished, kind of like a melon with his neck all askew. He already threw his daggers, so there's nothing he can do. He's going to charge down the stairwell towards this Goliath.
Slow learner, that one.
Yeah, he is. The Goliath is going to bonus action rage and take his axe towards you, Tyr. No, he's going to bonus action rage, realizing that Wintrude got away. And then he's going to use his action, or he's going to use his movement to sprint by you, Tyr. So take your attack of opportunity at him for me, Tyr, because he's going to disengage with you. And he's going to take both his attack strikes at Wintrude.
25.
Okay. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. And he is now lit up like a Christmas tree.
7 damage.
7 points of slashing, which we have to 3 because he is raging. Wintrude, the very angry and reckless barbarian, is taking 2 swings at you. That is going to be a 26.
Oh, that hits.
And a 19.
They both hit, yeah.
Okay.
Ow!
That is going to be... That's cocked. That's going to be 26 points of slashing damage as you feel the axe just chop down into you. This guy is pissed. Let's see here. Rahi. This guy is going to pivot towards you. He's going to bonus action rage and take both attacks towards you.
Hey,
And he is reckless. So that's going. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I just double check? Did we have the 14 temp hit points that Tyr normally gives out, or did that run out at some point?
No, you would have had that.
Yeah,
I just want to just make sure my math's correct.
It's been a while, so we probably just forgot about it. But yeah, you
Okay.
still have that. 21 to hit, Tyr. Or I'm sorry, Rahi.
Yeah, that hits.
And then 19 to hit.
Also hits.
Okay. That is going to be... Ooh, I didn't roll as good. That's going to be 18 points of slashing damage from the Goliath.
All right.
The Merc is... He is going to... He is a little confused because he could hear the halfling screaming. So he's going to run through the stall and forget that the ape is there. The ape is going to take an attack of opportunity against him. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
That's choice for the ape.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Which means he's also grappled from the natural 20. And he is currently in the hands of the ape. So he can't go anywhere. Did Wintrude, I did Rahi.
Yeah.
The halfling, he's going to move over to his Goliath guard, turn around. Him, kill him! He keeps trying to kill me, he's trying to kill me! Cause him to turn and run. Bonus action rage and get into base with Gelmir. He's going to go reckless. That is 18 to hit, Gelmir.
Yep.
And 12 on the second one. Rolled crappy. And that's going to be 14 points of slashing damage. I feel like we're now in the meat of the actual encounter. That'll finish the bad guy's move. That'll take us to Tyr. Tyr, you're up. You're the only one not in the base with anyone. You can see the one guy, the one merc above you running down the stairs towards you. You can see the Goliath engage with Wintrude. You can see Rahi engage with the other Goliath. And then you watched as the ape down by the stall just picked up one of the mercs and is holding it in its hand. And somewhere behind the ape, you can hear Gelmir in a fight, but you can't quite see it. What would you like to do? And there's no sign of Alexander yet.
Can I see the halfling in the distance or no?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yes. He is... He is 80 feet, almost 80 feet away from you. So we'll say 75 feet away.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be tricky, I think, because of the ape, huh?
That's a sentence I'm not comfortable with.
So I think to start, oh man, decision. I think I'm to start. I'm going to. Is there any way that I can run around the Colossus?
The Goliath?
The Goliath,
Mhm.
closer to the mark, Fabulous?
And you're 30 or 35 feet for movement?
30. How close would I be?
That's 30 right there. And then you would be within 55 feet.
All right, so I'm gonna do that, and you already know what I'm doing, baby. How's he looking? First off,
He does look a little rough. I mean, his clothes are all tattered and torn. He's got like impact burns on like his chest. His hair looks disheveled, and he looks very much panicked.
I'm going to. You said he's got the amulet on him, right?
He does have it around his neck still.
No,
Yeah.
but he's wearing clothes, not armor.
Doesn't look like he's wearing armor. Yeah.
I'm gonna go hypnotic pattern on him.
Okay.
Ooh, smart.
Wisdom 18.
Wisdom 18.
Does that hit the Goliath too?
Am I able to make it so that it hits? It's a 30.
No,
foot cube.
it will hit the one bystander on the other side of the stall, though. Is this a charm effect?
Yeah.
Okay, so he does have advantage. So that's going to be a 15 to save.
Yeah, fail.
So he fails. Okay.
Yep.
So he is currently stunned. Is that what?
Charmed.
Incapacitated?
Yeah, charmed, incapacitated, has a speed of 0.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You used this up way a long time ago. I remember this.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I
So he's just standing there, like, looking around, not really, like, blinking his eyes. Got this weird, stupefied look on his face.
I locked down the mark.
I'll finish your turn.
Yep.
All right, that'll take us.
Damn,
to the
nice. Smart.
Take us to the top of the 5th round. The lair is up. Ooh, okay. So from your vantage point, Tyr, you watch as the merc that the ape is currently holding onto gets tossed over its shoulder, and you just watch as he like cartwheels in the air, landing on the ground. The ape just takes a look at you. Its head tilts, and it starts charging towards you.
Easy, boy.
It gets like right up next to you, and it's like looking down at you with its head tilted. And its huge fist coming up like he's squashing a bug. As he's going to take a swat at you.
And I'm cutting words in that, so.
Okay, get that D8 ready. You're probably gonna need it. 22 to hit. So does a 19 still hit?
Yeah, 19 hits.
Okay. That is going to be 18 points of bludgeoning damage as this huge fist just comes crushing down on you. Hypnotic pattern, is that concentration?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a 10 or higher to maintain your concentration.
Is that, so what is
It's a con save. Yeah, it's a con save.
Okay. Ooh, I got a 10.
That'll be enough. You are maintaining your concentration, although you've seen stars and your head definitely hurts right now. The 2 wolves are going to run away. Use their action and their bonus action to get away. Start running the other way. The hyenas and bears have still not resolved. The alligator eating the second person. He's going to see another bystander. Attack that one as it's just leaping from bystander to bystander frantically. This
Like
guy
you
got-
do.
Yeah. This guy got thrown backwards and is prone. Oops, wrong one. He's prone on the ground, so he can't. Although we're on the lair action, so that was all of the lair action activity. That'll take us to Gelmir. Gelmir, you are up. You're currently in base.
I think it's Rahi, right?
Is it? Oh shit! Yeah, we're
Yeah,
top
Rahi
round.
first,
I always do
yeah.
that. Rahi, you are up and you're in base to base with the Goliath.
That Goliath does the Goliath look injured? It's been fighting the wolves for a while.
Yeah, he looks pretty injured. And he looks like he was fighting without going into a rage. And after you attacked him, he went into a rage. So you get the feeling he might be a little on the desperate side. So he's been fighting for a bit.
All right, I'm going to do a light attack to start off with. So 18 to hit.
18 will definitely hit. You have advantage because he was reckless.
Okay. Okay, that's 21 to hit. So I'll
21
try and
definitely
use
hit.
grappling strike. So make athletics or acrobatics.
Ooh, that is a 16.
26.
Okay.
So he's grappled, and for my second attack, I'm going to do a heavy attack.
Okay.
20 to hit.
20 will definitely hit.
All right, so rolling damage. 20 bludgeoning damage.
Whew.
And I'll start dragging him towards where the rest of the combat is happening.
Okay, so over by Wintrude and Tyr.
Yeah. for my full movement speed.
That's right, because you could do that because of your build, huh?
Well, actually, I think it would be half of my movements.
Yeah, because you're grappling him, so it's half your movement. What's your total movement?
30.
30, so that's going to be about
feet.
15 feet, which will put you right there. And we'll say he's currently grappled. And so I'll remember that he's currently grappled. I'll put him in the knockdown position since you've grappled him. All right, that'll finish your turn?
Yep.
Okay. That'll bring us to Gelmir. Gelmir, you are up as you're face to face with one of the Goliaths that's guarding the halfling.
How far is Gribbets from us?
Gribbets is pretty far. He's way over here by this back stall, still pilfering it.
All right, I'll use my bonus action to have him dash towards us.
Okay, so his move and his action to get his, what's his total movement?
It'll be 80.
80? Oh, yeah. That'll get him to make it around the alligator. That'll get him to right about here.
Okay. And then I am going to shoot the halfling. And I rolled for concentration on my hunter's mark, and I kept it. So
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Wait, does he know the halfling's hypnotic gazed? Or
No, he doesn't know that.
oh, you can't see him? Okay.
It's
28.
Gelmir.
Oh, damn.
28 to the first attack.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 11 damage.
Okay.
That's 11 damage. And then the second attack is... you said 18 still hits, right?
Yep.
And that's a good one. 15 damage. What's action?
So from your vantage point, Tyr, as well as Wintrude, you watch as two bolts go streaking out from behind the stall. The first one strikes the guy in the base of the neck, and the second one, like, right in the forehead. And because he's still under that hypnotic effect, he just staggers there for a moment, and then he falls forward. As far as you can tell, he looks like he might be dead.
Holy shit.
And then I'm gonna use my reaction to add lightning damage to that second attack.
Okay. Yeah.
Overkill!
It's only 2. I rolled 2.
Yeah, and like as he falls over, one of the bolts just begins to arc. The body like twitches a little bit on the ground as it's like under the effect of the lightning effect. Kind of just twitches and then rolls over onto his side, and kind of like smoke is just curling up from all the wounds, not moving.
And then I just want to look at this guy in front of me and just say, "Hey, your boss is dead. You work for me now."
I think give me persuasion. You're still diseased, so it's gonna be a disadvantage.
It's an 11.
11? He looks at you very confused. Like looks over at the halfling, equally confused. We'll treat him as currently stunned, as if he's having a hard time figuring out what to do. All right, that'll finish Gelmir's turn. Alexander, you and the monk spend this entire turn weaving through the labyrinth of the exit out. You eventually come up to a set of stairs, which will bring you up and out from below. You grab both your figures here, put you into fly mode, because it makes it a lot easier to move figures when they're in fly mode. And we'll say the two of you end up coming out here. As your move and your action to be able to get up here. And now, for the first time, Alex, you're looking down on just sheer chaos. There's dead bodies everywhere, a massive ape that's gone insane. You can see that the majority of your crew is now engaged with the surviving Goliaths. The monk stops and just kind of like is looking with her ears. and she points towards the center stairs over here, and she kind of tells you that there's a vault in the gambling area of one of the buildings that she knows that they keep all the coin. That was your move and your action. Anything you want to do with your bonus action, Alexander?
Ideally, I would like to say let's go, but I want to like take that torch, if that is actually a torch, and like start a fire behind me, if possible. Like throw it to start a fire, and then
bonus action. Give me a D20 with your Dex modifier as you toss it into the room nearest you.
Yeah, more chaos.
The only thing we were missing is a building on fire.
Check.
Like the game Rampage.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a phrase that I'm surprised I didn't have the opportunity to say before. In my local dialect, in Rahi's local dialect, there's a word that doesn't have a direct translation to common. The word being paraka. The best way to describe it is a thief will steal a treasure from a village. A paraka will burn the village down to cover up the treasure being stolen.
It's really good.
What'd you roll? What'd you get, Alex?
I have to roll. What do you want me to roll?
Roll a D20 and add your Dex modifier as you toss the torch through the doorway.
Got it. That is a 19.
19. As you toss it in the doorway, like you pull the torch off the wall, you toss it into the nearest doorway, and it tumbles in and immediately rolls into a bunch of like crates and barrels and other things, and immediately bursts into flame as you have managed to start a fire in the nearby room. That'll finish your turn. That'll take us to Wintrude. I'm at it from this side so you can kind of see where Rahi is currently grappling one of the Goliaths, dragging it towards you. The ape is charged here, but you did, out of the corner of your eye, watch as the halfling that's in charge of all this just took a shot to the skull, and keeled over, and it looks like they might be dead, but it's hard to know from this distance. What would you like to do?
I look up into the eyes of the barbarian there and cast Cause Fear and say, "He's dead. You're next."
Okay, that's wisdom save?
Yeah, 15.
This is an unusually wise Goliath. 19 minus 1, which is an 18.
Shit. Let me mark off that I cast it real quick.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay, which way are you going?
What I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to move behind the ape.
Okay. 25 feet will put you right back here.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not in base with it, so it does not trigger an opportunity attack. Which it wouldn't be able to because it already used its reaction to toss the one guy during the lair effect. So You're pretty much safe moving past it. Anything else you want to do?
That's it. I think I burned through everything I was able to do there.
Okay. So that will finish your turn. That'll bring us to the bad guys. He's definitely going to chase after you. This guy's going to try to use his action to break out of your grapple. So athletics or acrobatics for you there, Rahi? Man, even raging. That's going to be a 18 for my guy. You're mute.
19.
19. Still have him grappled. And he's like, and which will immediately cause him to fall out of rage, I believe, because he didn't take any damage.
Yeah.
During his turn. This guy is out. He doesn't get up. This guy is stunned because he's just confused by what Gelmir just said. He doesn't even know what to do. So this guy's up here, but I'm going to have him he is going to finish running down the stairs, and he's going to disappear off into the crowd, as he's not going to have any of this after seeing the ape. So with that, I think Wintrude, you're the only one that's going to get attacked this round.
Yeah.
And he is still raging, so there's 2 attacks coming at you. The first one, he's going reckless again. That's a 21 to hit. And then the next one's a 19 to hit.
Those both hit. But I gotta, unlike the last round, I'm gonna remember this round.
To uncanny dodge?
Uncanny dodge, yeah. Jesus Christ. I was like, oh yeah, I could have.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Only taken 13 damage. What the fuck was I thinking?
So uncanny dodge, you avoid damage from the first one. So the second one will be 11 points of slashing damage from the second one. Give up! You're like, give up! Quit killing me! That'll finish your turn, or their turn. Tyr, you are up. You can see Rahi off to your left, dragging this Goliath over towards you. Wintrude just kind of like sprinted away, but the Goliath chased her. And you've got this huge ape just like staring down at you after it just brought its fist down to kind of like bludgeon you like into the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the ape. I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna point to the left. I'm like, banana! And then I'm going to quickly slide, like keeping in base with him, but so where he's in between me and the stairs.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers first level.
Nice. It's a wisdom save?
Yeah.
That is a 2 minus 2. That's a 0.
All right.
Oh,
And then, so that'll do 8 damage.
8 psychic.
And then he's got to run away from me.
He does. He's got to run immediately away from you. His maximum movement will take him all the way over here as he runs away from you. That was,
And then
I love bards. They're so much fun.
I'll use the rest of my movement to move towards the halfling.
Yeah.
The unconscious or possibly dead halfling, which will put you right there.
Perfect.
That'll finish your turn. Take us to the top of the 6th round. The lair action is up. At the start of its turn, it's no longer affected, so it's going to turn and decide what to do. Wow, I am rolling really high for the lair action. It's actually going to charge the nearest Goliath it can see, which is going to be the one in base with Wintrude. It's going to take both of its attacks on that one.
And with advantage, right?
What's that?
With advantage?
Because it's fairy fired here.
Oh yeah, it's fairy fired. Yeah. See if we get any crits. No crits, but both will hit. Going to be 71 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, is that all? 70?
Halved to 35 because he is raging. Still, he is looking rough. With no crit, he doesn't get grappled. These guys are going to continue to run down this way. The alligator got lucky because this guy is already on the ground. And is now going to charge the backside of Gelmir. And it's going to take its attack on Gelmir. 14 to hit Gelmir.
Misses.
You just like, you feel like this rumbling from behind, and Grimmit's like eyes go wide, and this huge alligator with its mouth open, like, and you like dodge out of the way as its mouth just closes shut, like right behind you. And with that finishes the lair action. Rahi, you are up.
All right.
Early the ape was forced to run away from Tyr, allowing Tyr to get away and over by where the halfling's body is lying on the ground. The ape kind of like charged the backside of the Goliath that's in base with Wintrude. Looking up, you can see Alexander is at the top of the stairs, and now there's like smoke kind of like swirling out of one of the nearby buildings at the top of the stairs, and there's a slight kind of like sound as a puff of smoke and fire kind kind of billow out of the nearby building right above you, as it seems that Alexander and the monk have decided not to finish their contest. What would you like to do?
I'm going to start basically wrap my hands around the Goliath's head and start squeezing.
Oh,
So
God, you're so fucking gross. So he's still grappled, so now you're just rolling for damage, right?
well,
Because-
I consider these to be my version of attacks.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I'll let you roll.
So 2 heavy attacks with advantage.
Okay. It's like you just wrap your hands around you, slam him into the ground.
It's more I'm basically putting my thumbs through his eyes.
Oh,
All right, so 16 and 22 to hit.
yeah, both will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wrong dice. So that's 2 of those.
The left finger, the right finger.
Jelly beaning it.
I don't know what
So
you get in there.
32 bludgeoning damage.
Total?
Yeah.
He had 29 hit points left. So as you plunge your thumbs into his eyes, he just screams in pain, and you just like, and his head goes limp, and his jaw, and his whole body in your grapple effect kind of goes limp as he just kind of goes limp to the floor.
I casually toss him to the side and then start running towards where our target is, making sure to stay out of range of the ape.
Okay. So we'll say that'll take you this way and slightly over this way. You're trying to avoid him. All right.
And I had
That'll
my
finish
turn.
your turn. That'll take us to Gelmir. Gelmir, you have a confused Goliath that's kind of coming out of the confusion, and an alligator that just charged you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay.
Just like later, Gator, and then I'm gonna head over to the halfling.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my action to roll out the portable hole right next to the halfling's body.
Okay. Hole's rolled out. Bonus action disengage. Do you want to do any additional movement?
No, I guess I'll just like see Tyr off in the distance and just be
Yeah.
like, hey, Tyr, push him in, and we'll get out of here.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I can't wait till you guys explain this, what you did, how you did this to Xanathar. It's just going to be one laughing beholder. Okay, that'll finish Gelmir's turn. Alexander, you're up. The room behind you is now fully engulfed. Like flames are spitting out of the doorway. More panic, more screaming as the crowd is up in the grandstands beginning to stream out of the arena. And you watch as the monk traverses down the stairs. Like she's going towards the betting dens. What do you want to do with your time?
Rahi, don't wait up for me as I follow her.
Okay.
And I say let's double speed this. Let's go as fast as we can. I'll guide you.
So you guys are racing towards the vault that she explained to you at the gambling den. That'll finish Alexander's turn. Wintrude. It's a strange kind of chaos. The ape has charged the Goliath. You just watched as Rahi put the one Goliath out of its misery. Tyr is racing towards the corpse of the halfling, but you just watched as Gelmir came racing around the nearby stall, and he's like stopped. He pulled the portable hole out of his backpack, and he's got it laid out, and he just yells over at Tyr to help push him into the hole. What are you doing?
I want to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
Run about 5 feet behind Tyr.
Okay.
Turn around and guiding bolt the Goliath.
Go for it. Roll a hit.
Oh wait, I can't guiding bolt. I don't have any more spells.
Are you out of spells already?
Yeah, it's a warlock thing. You know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I'm gonna. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is.
Anything you do has advantage because it's still lit up with fairy fire.
So I will Eldritch Blast.
Go for it with advantage. He's lit up like a
Yeah.
Christmas tree.
So I have to re-roll that 1. Okay, so I rolled another 1. Still on the first roll. We're getting there. So first roll is an 18
That'll hit.
with the advantage. Second one is a 25.
Yep, both will hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. So that's 5 plus, so 10 force damage.
Nice. So with that, anything else you want to do?
Let me see. I moved action,
Bonus action and action. So you're good.
I think that's all I can
All right.
do.
So the bad guys are up. This guy is going to look at the alligator and you, Gelmir, and decide to try to run away from the alligator. The alligator is going to get an attack of opportunity. That's a natural 1. So he pivots, turns, charges towards you, Gelmir.
And he
But
lost
also-
his rage, right?
What's that?
He lost his rage for not doing anything last round, right?
Correct. So he's currently not raging. So he is going to take his 2 attacks at you. That is a 8 and a 16.
Both miss.
You just watch sparks fly off the ground as this axe comes down on either side of you as you're kind of like, hurry up, Tyr, hurry up. That'll finish his turn. This guy's going to turn against the ape and take both of his reckless attacks on the ape. That'll hit. The both will hit. It's going to be for 19 points of slashing damage as he remains engaged with the ape. The other merc ran away. Those 2 are down. He is going to stand up and look around. He has decided he's had enough. He is going to run away. And that'll finish the bad guy's turn. Tyr, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right, I'll move towards that Goliath. Is he wearing armor? What's his?
He's just wearing like tattered leather armor.
Got you. Okay. I'm going to. Am I able to use like a free action to kind of kick the body into the hole?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. You kind of like run up and you just kick
Unceremoniously.
the corpse. Yeah, you just gotta like nudge him because he's already on his side, which is enough of like enough force to like cause him to get kind of like pulled over, and then he just tumbles in to the hole.
All right.
He is now into the portable hole.
And then can I get up next to the Goliath and take a swing?
That was your full movement to get up to
dang, really?
to the remains. Yeah.
Okay, so then I will use. Let's see what I got. I'll use Dissonant Whispers again on the Goliath, level 1.
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
That is going to be an 8 minus 2, so that's a 6.
All right. That does 12 damage.
Oof. He goes, oh my head! What the? But he just hears this kind of weird psychic kind of like noise in his head. I'll finish your turn.
Yep.
Take us to the top of the 7th round. The lair action. The ape is engaged. So let's see if what the lair action is going to happen. That's a 19. The alligator's going to charge this bystander.
Oh no.
Still dazed. Oh no.
Yeah. That bystander is going to get charged. The ape is going to attempt to grapple the Goliath. So that's going to be a 28 versus a 21. So he is currently grappled, and he will be thrown 30 feet straight ahead. He's currently on the ground.
Bastard.
That will finish the ape. The wolves run off. The hyenas and bears are still resolving. Can't seem to get them to resolve. So I'll finish the lair action. Rahi, you are up. What are you doing?
I just see the ape throwing someone who's just my size, 3 feet away. I'm going to use my full movement to get to Wintrude, and then watching the ape take the dodge action.
Okay. Anything else you want to do with your bonus action?
How do we get out of this place?
Oh, I love it. That'll finish Rahi's turn. Gelmir, you're up. Tears nearby. You just watch as he nudged the halfling corpse into the portable hole that's still open.
Can Gribbets make it to that Goliath with 40 feet?
Oh, yeah. That's exactly 40 feet from me.
So,
there.
Bonus action, Gribbets is going to fly up behind this Goliath and try and push him into the hole.
Okay, give me athletics. Athletics or acrobatics. I'll let it be either. So either add the strength modifier or the dex modifier to your roll.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a natural 20 for 23.
Yeah, I rolled a 3 for a +7, which is a 10.
His head's still hurting from the distant whispers, you know?
Yeah, no kidding. So like Tyr, so Wintrude, Rahi, and Tyr, you watch as Gribbets comes flying above the alligator, slams into the back of the Goliath, pushing him forward like 10 feet. And he stumbles and then disappears into the portable hole.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my action to roll it up.
You roll it up and quickly put it into your backpack. You still have your bonus action and your move.
My bonus was Gribbets, so
that's true.
Done.
So you still have your move.
I'm just going to look at Tyr and then just be like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. And head towards the nearest exit.
Give me a perception check. Galma.
This is disadvantage.
Yeah, because you're still diseased from that stuff that you drank.
Actually, it's a 13, 16 plus 6, a 19.
19.
Ooh.
You could see the familiar tunnel entrance that you guys originally took to come down and get down into this area. You realize that Tyr's right there, Wintrude, and Rahi, the 4 of you are all clustered together. And Gelmir, you see the exit and you start running towards it.
Yeah, I'm going that way.
That'll finish your turn. Alexander, are you and the monk still heading towards the vault?
Yeah, so the question I have is that like magic disabling such, is that like, was that only affected in the pit? Also,
that
like,
was
do I know
only in the pit? Yeah, that was only in the fight pit.
Okay, and then do I even know where my stuff is?
It would have been left back at the inn because you would have come prepared for the brawl. Yeah.
Okay, right. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going. I could do this. Do I get to move? If I fly, does that? Yeah, speed of 50 feet. Okay. So how far do I have to go?
I mean, at this point, we're about to fall out of initiative because Gelmir is close to the others. He's found the exit. So at this point, we're kind of out of initiative, and all of you are just kind of either heading towards the exit, and because I think Rahi would have already heard you yell, somebody would have heard you yell, "Don't worry about me, I'll catch up with you later," when you were like taking off with the monk.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue to head there, but if I need to like pick up speed, I'll like thunder step or fly or something. But
okay, that's fair. So that we'll say we're officially out of the initial need to be in
combat
initiative at this point. Those of you down below, clustered near Gelmir, you notice that Gelmir is heading towards one of the exits.
Yeah, and I'll actually activate my boots of speed and then just go like 140 feet per round.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm getting out of there.
I will just go 140, just 140 feet.
Just. So the question is, are Rahi and Tyr following as well?
Yeah.
I'm following. I'm
out.
hauling
Okay.
ass.
So with that, everybody but Alexander takes the main exit out. For you, Alexander, as the chaos ensues out in the kind of like in the market area, you and the monk, with you in the lead, flying, pulling her along, you get to the entrance of the tavern, and this is where all the bets originally took place. The door is wide open, and there's no one inside. You can see behind the main betting tables where the door that would lead into the area that she's describing to you as the vault. Like you're both standing there, and she's giving you the general description of where she thinks it is. And sure enough, behind the counters and tables, you can see a metal door that's like currently open, and on the floor, loose coins everywhere, all over the floor. But not a lot of them, just enough to be scattered about. Give me a perception check as you stand there looking towards what you think is the vault entrance.
Okay. Can I use my inspiration
Absolutely.
to roll again? 14.
14. You get the feeling based on her description that is the vault. You move around the tables and the counter, and here you're staring at a massive coin vault that's already been kind of pilfered slightly. As you stand there, you can see broken open boxes and sacks and everything else. And as you stand there staring at it, she kind of like arrives alongside you. How much of it's still here? Is everything still here? What do you see?
And what do I see? And are there boxes and everything, or is everything on the floor?
There's some that are open and spilled open and coins all over the ground. There's like satchels that are closed with like leather bindings, neatly sacked, like stacked up against a nearby wall. You can see the one thing that draws your attention is this medium-sized iron box with like this heavy lock on it. And she even almost describes it to the T. She's like, look, do you see a box, an iron box? It'd be the betting box. It would have all the coin from the bets today.
Yeah. Do you know if it has magic on it?
I don't think they're sophisticated enough for that.
Because I could dispel magic if there's magic.
I don't know.
Do I get the impression that there's any trap set, or is it just look?
Give me an investigation check as you.
Okay.
As the two of you you guide her over, and you're kind of like looking
19.
at the box. What'd you get?
19.
Yeah, I mean, other than just being a heavy lock, there's not a lot of sophistication here. You don't see any sign of a trap. You get the feeling that this vault holds the wealth of this place, and it's already been kind of pilfered by those that were in here taking advantage of the chaos. But either they weren't strong enough or didn't know anything about this box. She's described it to you as containing the entire kind of like betting revenue of the fights down here.
Okay, I take one of the bags and I try to like push away the iron thing, but like put the bag where it was in case there's like a pressure sensitive situation.
Okay, give me a strength check as you begin with advantage because she's helping you as well.
2 3s.
2 3s. She kind of like pushes you out of the way. Let me try. And she like starts dragging it, but it's pretty heavy. But she drags it away just as you set one of the large bags on it. No sign of a pressure plate.
Okay.
And between the two of you, each take one of the handles and begin to run out of the interior.
I try to stuff. I want to like before I pick it up. I want to see if I can stuff my pockets with any of the coins that I'm like anything that you know.
Sure, give me a sleight of hand as you just reach down and grab coins and jam it into your pockets.
That's a 12.
Okay, you grab a handful of coins.
Okay.
You don't really count, and you put them into your pockets. And you and the monk begin to haul this box out of the interior of this place. Gelmir, you're leading everybody out. You're in the tunnel, and now you can hear your three friends bringing up the rear. Meanwhile, streaming out through the same tunnel are the panic kind of bystanders and onlookers but it's a collision of people coming down and people coming out because the black markets, the underground market's still open. So there were people coming down to take advantage of that, but the people streaming out of the arena are coming out. So it's like a swarm of people and bodies everywhere going one direction and different direction as the four of you are now in the main tunnel trying to find your way towards the stairwell that will lead everybody up. So for the four of you, give me perception checks really quick.
Perception checks.
Yep.
11.
11.
Filthy 20.
16.
16, 20. Tier.
Or what was that?
Perception.
All right. I got a nat 1.
Now, so with the crowd kind of like milling about, Wintrude, you hop up onto like a box that's just kind of sitting there, and you're able to look across the crowd. You can see about 100 feet in front of you the beginning of the stairwell where people are trying to stream up into it, and others are coming down. There's a good maybe 50 or more people here, just confused, not really sure what to do. That's when the four of you hear a huge slamming sound. You look back, and you can see that the ape has run towards the exit. It has currently got like the dead body of a Goliath, and he's slamming it against the wall, trying to break open the tunnel and get into it. And now you can hear like maybe more guards are finally arriving on the outside of the arena area, kind of like trying to bring this ape down. So now the doorway behind you is in chaos, and you're now guiding everyone towards the stairs that you just saw. As the four of you arrive at the base of the stairs, it's a good 100 or so feet to wind up the stairs and back up towards where the fountain is and into that area near the market stalls. So the four of you, go ahead and give me either athletics or acrobatics as you're moving people out of the way. And I'll say for Rahi, you'd have advantage. Actually, you guys, because it's chaos, you all have advantage. So it'd be regular for Gelmir, and the rest would have advantage on either athletics or acrobatics. Your choice.
25.
Okay, yeah. Tyr, you're like dodging out of the way. Wintrude?
24.
You're following you and Tyr are kind of like just pivoting and parkouring around the different individuals swarming into the room. Rahi?
I just want to make a point that halflings are great because I've rolled a lot of ones this session, even on this deck, and I got to re-roll the 1. I went from a 1 to just a pure 20, and I was just like...
Rahi, what'd you get?
19.
Right, so you're like slamming people out of the way to clear the path. Gelmir?
16.
16, yeah. That the DC was a 15 to get through the crowd. So you guys get up the first half of the stairwell, and the crush of the crowd coming down and the crowd leaving. Both of you, all four of you, give me another athletics or acrobatics with advantage. So normal for Gelmir.
I'm going to try and take point.
Okay.
Basically, I guess raise the DC for myself to
Okay, that's fair.
lower the DC for everyone else.
Okay.
I'm like a quarter mile ahead of these guys.
I know, because you're just like a blur. Tyr, what did you get?
I rolled 230, so.
Okay. Richard?
18.
Okay, you're good. And Gelmir, what'd you get?
21.
Okay. Rahi, what'd you get?
25.
Okay. So Rahi sees that the press of the bodies getting worse at this point because you're getting closer to the entrance point. And now it's chaotic panic. People now begin to realize something's going on. You can hear down below the steady sound of the thump, thump, thump of a very angry large ape kind of retreating as you guys get further up the stairwell. Gelmir, you're the first one to stumble out into the market stall. Second would be Tyr, and then Wintrude. Rahi, you're the last one as the four of you come spilling out of the underground entrance and into like the fountain area and into like the courtyard area that straddles the area of where the market stalls are. But the market stalls are devoid. They've been closed up as it's very much late at night because the whole fight took place late at night and underground at this point. There's crowds of people streaming out. No one is trying to get in anymore as just this steady kind of screaming and yelling. Coming up the main road, you could see about a half dozen of the Skullport Watch, like making a beeline for where you guys are currently standing. Alexander, down below, you and the monk have this box. And as you come out of the betting tavern, this entire place is chaos now. Half the stalls have been wrecked. The arena is currently on fire. You can see the main exit to get out that would allow you back up towards the main entrance is just clogged with bodies that have been trampled by an ape that now has the bloody remains of a Goliath, and he's pounding against the tunnel exit, trying to collapse it and get out. Meanwhile, about a half a dozen other guards and Goliaths have charged where the ape is. What do you want to do? How do you want to try to get out of here?
Okay, so is there a ceiling in this place?
Looking up, I mean, it's so dark and vast upward, you could barely make out the edge of a cavern-like ceiling. Like it's partially like it's been done. Part of it's exposed rock. The overall size of the arena taking up most of the space. Give me a perception check as you stare upward.
And then I also ask her if she knows anything about the height of this. It's a 10.
A 10? She's, I don't, is it the main, she's got the main entrance. The exit should be right off to our left. And she points to the direction where it's just chaos right now.
It's chaos over there. Okay, so I am going to cast, without even thinking about it, I'm just going to cast Fly at 5th level.
Okay.
Which allows me to choose 2 additional targets. I don't know if you will allow this, but I would cast it on her.
Okay.
Cast it on the box, cast it on myself, and have us both carry the box.
Okay.
And see if we can fly.
Yeah, I would say at the very least it makes the weight of the box just like disappear. Like it's not nearly as heavy. And she's like, whoa, what do you do? She's like, she wasn't quite ready for it, but now she realized what you did. And she's like, the two of you, including the box, are like hovering about 20 feet off the ground at this point.
So I can hold this for about 10 minutes, but let's fly towards the exit and see if there's another way out of here. The exit's completely chaos. We're see if we can fly over them, or maybe if we fly high enough, we'll find another way out of here.
Okay. So you begin to like fly up and over. And now that you're at a higher point, give me perception with advantage. You're now looking along the cavern's edge, and you can see more of the ceiling above you, about 30, 40 feet above you as well.
Okay, I have dark vision up to 120 feet, so there's that.
Well, I mean, the place is pretty well lit right now because the arena's on fire. You set one of the nearby buildings on fire at this point. 6. You just hear her voice. Who's sight impaired? Me or you? Find us a way out of here. And it's like you start drifting over to where the ape is like slamming into the tunnel exit. And now that you're close enough to see where the chaos is, the ape is damaged about a 15-foot section of the tunnel exit, and there's a gap that you can see like right above the ape. And you start flying towards it. Give me a dex save with advantage, and I'll roll for her.
Oh my gosh! Oh, the first one was good. There we go.
Okay.
The 20. 20. Okay.
She gets clipped by one of the ape's hands, and she gets kind of bludgeoned by it, but you manage to avoid the other arm of the flailing ape, and the two of you fly through the fractured gap. And in this condition, you follow the crowd over to the stairwell, and then the two of you just fly out. At some point, Gelmir, you and the others up above, seeing the watch coming towards you at the last minute, you watch as Alexander comes bursting out of the entranceway into the underground warrens with the monk in tow. The two of them are flying, holding this box in between the two of them. And this is where we're going to finish tonight. And when we come back next week...
60 feet, just 60 feet for, like,
right?
It goes so fast.
Holy shit, that was cool.
Guys, I just got to say... things might have gotten a little out of hand in that one.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
That was a lot of monkey business, huh?
Well, you guys linger, so we talk about the schedule. Everyone else, thank you so much for coming out. That was a real blast. We'll have this up on the YouTube's, Twitch libraries, and anything else for those that want to watch it. If you want to listen, not watch, we also have it on our Anchor podcast as well. So be kind, be safe, and don't forget to play a game. See you guys later. Bye, everybody. Oh my God, that was so cool.
Collateral damage.